Good morning. I'm sure that many of you all know me, and that many of you all don't know me. My name is Blair, and I'm a senior at Tallwood High School in the Global Studies and World Languages Academy. I have lived almost half my life overseas in Italy and Israel. I'm a cradle Episcopalian, and I've been going to church for most of my life. I've been here at Old Donation for about 3.5 years. In all the scriptures today, the veil plays a large part in each of them. Both Jesus and Moses are portrayed as wearing them after an experience with God. But what is a veil? Clearly it's important, because it is mentioned several times today. But what really is it? According to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, it is a piece of cloth or net, usually worn by women over the head and shoulders, and sometimes over the face. Also, something that covers or hides something else. In the lessons, both Moses and Jesus put on veils because the glory of God shines so brightly that it almost blinds people. The veil keeps people from seeing God's glory directly, protecting them, but sometimes veils hide God's glory in a negative way. In my time living in Israel, I had the opportunity to travel to the country of Jordan for a week and visit many sites around the country. One site that I remember well was Mount Nebo, the place where Moses climbed to the top, looked down onto the Promised Land. We drove up the mountain to see God's glory of the Promised Land. Upon reaching the summit, we couldn't see a thing because of the fog and the rain. I could barely see 5 feet ahead of me, let alone the Promised Land like what Moses did. Honestly, I didn't understand what the big deal was about Mount Nebo. What did other people see from it? And why of old days it was foggy when we were there? What were people getting from Mount Nebo that I wasn't? I got my response a year later when I returned. The veil had been lifted. We could see for miles around into Israel and Jordan with not even a cloud in the sky. It was an impressive view of God's glory in the Promised Land. When we lived in Italy, my mom would always drag us into every single church. It was the family joke. Oh, Mom, look, there's another church over there. We're going to go into that one? But I was too young to really understand what was going on. However, it was the exact opposite in Israel. I could count on one hand how many times I went to church in those 2 years I lived there, and maybe 2 hands for how many churches I visited. After moving here to Virginia Beach, I really got back into church, coming here weekly. I was able to lift the veil of my spirituality that had been placed on me, both by my young age and me not going to church regularly. My experiences here at Old Donation have also unveiled things to me, most of them being personal. While in Ireland, I got to grow myself spiritually by visiting various holy sites around the country, from the Peak of Crowpatrick to St. Patrick's Cathedral in Dublin. I also was able to bond with other people from my J2A group, leading to good friendships that carry on now. One place that I really enjoyed in Ireland was the city of Londonderry, or Derry. During the time of the Troubles, it experienced massive religious conflict between the Catholic and Protestant religions there. They veiled themselves to the issues they had caused with each other, which have now fortunately been lifted, leaving the city in peace. I still remember walking along the walls during the tour and looking down into the now silent parts of the city, which had once been areas of conflict. The tour guide's favorite name of the city was symbolic of the conflict. The Protestants called it Londonderry because of their British connection. However, the Catholics just called it Derry because they didn't really have much of a connection with the British. Our tour guide said that his favorite name for it was Legendary. Both groups' names represent the veil, the conflict, but Legendary is a removal of that veil, so both sides could be reunited peacefully and by name. Additionally, here at Old Donation, I've had the opportunity to serve the church on vestry as the youth vestry representative, and currently as a member of the stewardship committee. The experiences that I've had here at Old Donation have really allowed me to unveil myself, both to me and the community. All of those things have helped me grow to where I am today, and will help me grow in the future as I prepare to leave to go to college in a few short months. I will leave more prepared to continue my spiritual growth than I had been before. So, How have you unveiled yourself? How is God's glory becoming a part of your life?